Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya chapter 5, Sakshi Gopal pastime, text 76. ए वाक्य साक्षी मोर आछे महाजन, यांद्र वाक्य सत्य करी माने त्रिभुवन. ए वाक्य साक्षी मोर. So these words which I have spoken, so these whatever I have told you, this is how things have happened. Ache Mahajan. So I have a great witness for this. A great person. So Mahajan, the word earlier was used to refer to the people who had assembled, the villagers. Now he is using the word to refer to the Supreme Lord. Ache Mahajan, Yandra Vakya Satyakari, Mane Tribhuvan. So Yandra Vakya, his word, Satyakari. His words are always true. Mane Tribhuvan. Tribhuvan. All the people in all the three worlds accept his word as true. He is the supreme authority. There is no greater authority than him. Generally, now when even a witness is to be called, so if a person is making a case, that person's credibility comes into the picture, and if the case between two people, then if some witness is there, then we are also concerned about the witness credibility. Because sometimes the people who are not of a good character, they may lie. They may lie or do something like that. They may take bribes, or they may, for whatever reason, speak counterfactually. And when they speak counterfactually, then the case, the course of justice may be impeded or even stopped. To prevent this from happening, what is required is that a person be, that the witness be credible. So he says over here that actually, who can be more credible than the Supreme Lord? He says that Yandra Vakya Satyakari Mane Tribhuvan. That Yandra Vakya, his words, who is this he? The Supreme Lord. He's talking about Mahajan, whom he has mentioned in the previous line. Satyakari Mane Tribhuvan. That he always speaks the truth, that his words are true. It's now he is accepted as a credible authority, not just in this particular village, not just in this particular city or in this particular kingdom or in this particular planet, but in all the three worlds. Mane Tribhuvan. This faith in the authority of the Supreme Lord, this is actually quality of a devotee. And Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport how this was a quality that Prahlad Maharaj said in the Bhagavatam to be the highest knowledge, to be able to accept the Supreme Lord as the greatest person, to know the Lord and to trust the Lord and to love the Lord and to accept Him as the highest authority. That is real knowledge. And so although the Brahmana had humbly said that, I am a fool, I am murkha, he has said, but he is showing how he is truly learned, because he has faith in the Supreme Lord and his faith in his authority. So 77, 78 texts are together here. Tabbe bada vipra kahe, ei satya katha, Gopala yadi sakshi dena apane asiye tha, tabbe kanya dibe ami jani hanishchay, Tandra putra kahe, ei bhal baat hai. So, tabbe bada vipra kahe. So now the younger Brahmana has completed describing the narrative truthfully, the course of events, and then the elder Brahmana who had prayed to Gopal, please protect my dharma. So he is now saying, this is the agreeable solution. If the deity comes and give witness, then I will also agree. Ei satya katha. So this is the truthful narrative. I'll accept this as a truthful narrative. Yadi Gopala Sakshi Dena, if Gopal comes to bear witness, apane asiyatha. If Gopal himself comes here to bear witness, then surely I will give my daughter to this person. Tabe kanya dibeyami jani ha nischay. Know this to be true. So now we see that the elder Brahmana had a, what we could say, a ethical crisis, because he did not want to go back on his word. At the same time, he did not want to go back, he did not want to hurt his family members. So therefore, he is now going to, he says that I have faith in the Lord, and the Lord comes as a witness. He had said that I don't remember what had happened. So he now says that if the Lord comes as a witness, I don't remember. But if the Lord comes as a witness, I'll accept that this is the true katha, satya katha. I'll accept it at that time. And janaha nishchay, I have made a resolve now, and I make a commitment, I make a promise, nishchay. This is know this to be my resolve. What is it? That if the Lord comes and be as witness, then surely I'll give my daughter to him. Tandra putra kahe ei bhal baat hai. And then his son said, oh, this is a very good thing. This is a good plan of action. So, why did he say that this is a good plan of action? Because his younger son was skeptic. He was almost like an atheist, and he felt that the Lord is never going to come. How will the deity be able to move? How will the Lord come? And he thought that this way, this whole marriage can be avoided. So, text 79. Bada viprera mane Krishna bada dayavan avashya mora vakyate ho karibe praman. Bada viprera mane. So at that time, the elder Brahmana spoke. Krishna bada dayavan. He thought, mane is his thought actually. The elder Brahmana, Krishna is very merciful. Avashya mora vakyate ho karibe praman. Avashya, truly, definitely, mora vakyate ho Karibe praman. He will accept my word to be true, and he will make my word come true. Avashya mora vakyateno. Surely he will ensure that my word comes true, and therefore I don't have anything to worry about. He was confident that the words will come out to be true. Avashya mora vakya. So here we see that both the younger Brahmana and the elder Brahmana, they have faith in the Supreme Lord. And here also the elder Brahmana's faith in the Supreme Lord is being seen, where he says, Avashya mora vakyateno, karibe praman. He will come to prove my statement, and thus my dharma will be protected. Krishna bada dayavan. He is considering that the Lord is very merciful. Surely the Lord will come. And Krishna is merciful. Now why would we consider he is merciful? Because actually it requires a good amount of effort to come all the way from such a faraway place to another place to give witness, and that indicates the Lord's mercy. Now Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gives us an insight into the mentality of the younger son also, of the elder Brahmana's son. Putre ramane pratima na asibe sakshi dite ei buddhe dui jana haila sammate. So putre ramane, the putra thought in the mind, Pratima na asibe sakshi dile. So, the Pratima, how will the Pratima come to give witness? Ei buddhe duijana haila sammate. So, now, the two of them had different motivations, but they came to the same conclusion. The conclusion was, yes, if the witness comes along, if the Gopal Dede comes as a witness, then I will give my daughter in marriage. I'll give my sister in marriage. Both the father and the son agreed to this. How or why did they agree? They had different reasons. The older Brahmana anyway wanted to give his daughter in marriage, and he felt that if the Lord comes as a witness, then in that way my word will come to be true. And the younger Brahmana, he said that, not the younger Brahmana, the Brahmana's son, he had a skeptical attitude. He said, Pratima, how will the Pratima move? How will the Pratima move come here? It's not possible that the Pratima can come. Therefore, this plan is not going to work, and in this way, my sister will stay safe from this schemer. So it's interesting that the Prabhupada adds the word atheistic sunset, although there is no such word in the Bengali. It's simply putre ramani. But Prabhupada adds the point to point us to the mentality of the sun. So here, atheist does not necessarily refer to one who does not believe in the existence of God. Atheist is used not in that sense, but in a more generic sense to refer to a person who is actually not devoted to the Lord, a person who is not, who does not have faith in the potency of the deity. So that person is being called here as atheist. One who does not. So the word atheist is used in a slightly more specific sense, because there's no mention, no from the context that the Brahmana's son was a outright atheist in terms of not believing in God, but he is not believing in the potency of the deity. So 81st text. छोट विप्र बले पत्र करह लिखान पुनः येन नाही चल ये सब वचन. So now the younger Brahmana, he wanted to have the issue resolved once and for all. And now he made a commitment and he may not keep the commitment. So he said that now let us make it written, let us make it official. In general, when there are serious commitments, it is best to make those official and formal by writing. So the younger Brahmana, he knows that now he's going to actually have to get the Lord as a witness. But even after he gets the Lord as a witness, what if these people don't agree? So he said, make things, put them in writing. So in general, whenever there are major decisions to be made or major agreements which are arrived at, it's best to formalize them by putting them in writing. And then the restlessness of one's mind, the fickleness of one's circumstances, all these, otherwise they come into play and they affect us too much. And when they affect us, then the trust gets lost, the relationship gets disrupted, and the plan gets wrecked. So to avoid all that, it is best to put things down in writing. And especially serious formal agreements, put them down in writing so that there will be no complication in future. That's what the younger Brahmana now makes this statement. We'll see what happened in the future talks. Thank you.